protein sparing modified fast is a diet that is very high in protein but very, very low in carbs and fat. The thought process is that the protein will help you preserve your lean mass, while the low carbs and low fat will help you lose your body fat rapidly. I'm skeptical, so I wanted to find out what it's all about and if it actually works. Hi, my name's Tom with Friskified Fitness. It's June 1st, and this is what happens when you do a protein-sparing modified diet for an entire month. Let's get at it. Since you can't change what you can't measure, I figured I'd start with my body weight, and that was 166, which was around what I expected. Next, I had my body fat tested, and using the in-body body fat test, I came in just under 20%, which I thought was a little bit too high. I thought it was much lower. To make things easy, I made my breakfast the same every single day. I had egg whites, no yolks. I had some artichoke hearts, some asparagus. I tossed in a little bit of yogurt and some hot sauce because I put that shit on everything. Second breakfast, it's 50 grams of whey protein and 5 grams of creatine in some iced coffee in a shaker cup. That's how I get to work. Okay, now hear me out. This may not look appetizing, but it absolutely was. This is one of my typical lunches that I've had during this protein-sparing modified fast. It's ground turkey with some taco seasoning and a little bit of yogurt just to make it a little bit creamier and increase the protein. Here I am a week deep into the protein-sparing modified fast. I'd lost 5 pounds, and this filled me with a lot of incentive. I knew it was working. By the way, here's a better look at the ground turkey with taco and yogurt. I needed a steady source of protein, so I probably drank more whey protein during this protein-sparing modified fast than I should have. But I always kept my half-gallon water jug handy so that I could mix in another scoop of whey protein. But at least whey protein is wildly convenient too. So I put the 25 grams of protein worth of whey protein in my shaker. I shook it up and drank it down. And this was my mid-afternoon, usually 2:30 is when I was chugging this down because I needed to be anabolic. The law of diminishing returns started to kick in, and I lost half a pound. And I was shocked. I thought that the good times would keep on rolling and that I'd continue losing weight. Yeah, that slowed down, really slowed down. But I like to snack. I need to keep my mouth doing something most times, and I decided I would take these egg wraps because the macros are just outstanding and the calories are pretty low. And here you can take a look at the macros. Only 60 calories, 11 grams of protein. I figured this would be a real win. So what I did was cut them up, bake them, and then I had these little snacks that I was able to eat relatively guilt-free. Now, I thought that was going to work out, but these egg wraps, which are great, are not great as chips. Okay, so I've lost 6 pounds in a week on the protein-sparing modified fast. I feel good. My reps have gone up with the same weights. I haven't lost any strength. In fact, I've gained incremental strength in terms of reps in most of my sets. So that's good. Now, how has my hunger been? It's been there, but I don't feel like I'm starving, even though I'm down to 1,000 to 1,100 calories per day. I'm keeping the protein up near 200 grams per day, and I'm keeping the fat and the carbs very low. You would think that after a week I would be dying, but I'm not. I do recognize that hunger is part of the process with this aggressive mini cut. I didn't expect it to be roses and puppy dogs, but it's not too bad yet.
Okay, I gotta catch you up. It's Thursday of my second week of the protein-sparing modified fast. It's June 11th. And Sunday night, I decided to have one meal off the protein-sparing modified fast. And so I did a Cobb salad from Cheesecake Factory. Now, if you've ever had one of those, you know they're immense and delicious. And I do not feel guilty about eating that at all. Had chicken on it, so there was protein. But whereas Sunday morning, the weigh-in was 160, I've been at a steady 161 since then. And I thought for sure that this morning I would be in the 150s, like 159 and a half or something. No. Still 161. Unfortunately, I fell into a little bit of despair. But I'm going to stick with the process and trust the process. I feel much better after breakfast, and I realize, like anything else, it is a process. What could be preventing the scale from going down? Well, I'm guessing that some of the food I ate has not moved along to its final destination, if you know what I'm talking about. And I know that you do. So today I had a fantastic leg workout, and now it's off to work.
It's been 14 days, 2 weeks, and the hunger is real. I have never craved white rice more than I do right now. I've lost 8 pounds in 14 days. Last night, we ordered from Olive Garden. Now my wife got a pasta dish. I did the broccoli and salmon. The salmon was delicious. The broccoli was delicious. But as I'm eating all of that, the broccoli and the fish, I thought I was cheating on my diet. And so when I come off this, obviously, I'm going to have to give myself permission to actually eat normal.
So I was glad I trusted the process, because the scale did move and I was able to get into the 150s without any further drastic measures, other than this drastic mini cut.
Forgive the poor sound quality. I left my microphone at home. This is the last week. It's Monday, the 23rd, and coming down the home stretch. I am not enjoying this part of my journey at all. Whereas I started off the journey with protein-sparing modified fast, being not affected at all. I felt great. I wasn't hungry. Now I'm hungry all the freaking time. Now I am this past weekend I went to visit my daughter. I went out on Thursday and came back on Friday. Now it's about a 4-hour trip out. So I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and left at 3:30, just so I could have breakfast with her. And I only went a little bit off plan with that.
But when I came back, I had actually dropped a pound. So yay me for staying in control. This weekend, yesterday, I basically was unable to eat during the day because of various and sundry things we were doing until the evening. And in the evening, I had a few pieces of chicken and some vegetables. I had basically 250 grams of protein shakes. You can probably tell by the way I'm talking, I'm not in my right mind right now. I noticed this morning, last night and this morning, that my cognitive functions are much lower than they should be, much lower than normal. But I still have to work. I still have to serve the public. And this will go on until I'm done with Thursday's workout. Thursday's workout will be the final one for this week. And on Thursday, I will reintroduce carbs. But I cannot wait for that day to come. It seems like a million miles away.
Well, would you just look at that? The weight continued to go down, and here I am at 156 and a half. I'm feeling really skinny. I'm feeling really small at this point.
It's Tuesday the 24th. Odd thing happened this morning. My weigh-in was 1 pound heavier than yesterday. I don't know what happened. Did I eat too late? My morning constitutional was good. Not pleasant dinner conversation, but I figured it should be noted. I don't know what happened, but yesterday I did not hit my water goal of 1.5 gallons because of work commitments. Today I'm preloaded, so I've already got 1/2 gallon in, a little bit more than 1/2 gallon in before I was even done with my workout. So we'll see how tomorrow's weigh-in is. This is the last full day of doing the protein sparing modified fast. I can't wait until tomorrow when I can start carbing up in preparation for the body fat test on Sunday. Now, my go-to breakfast, in fact, my only breakfast that I have, has been, I don't know if you can see that, a scramble of egg whites, artichokes, spinach, and because I was salt curing some garlic, I tossed those in too. The protocol I'm following yesterday and today involved drinking a gross amount of water. Like yesterday I did 2 gallons, today I'm doing 3 gallons, and then tomorrow almost no water, but I get to carb up. I can't wait. God, I can't wait. The one thing that disturbs me is my weight has not moved an inch since Monday morning. Hasn't gone down at all, but on the plus side hasn't gone up. Despite the fact that I'm drinking obscene amounts of water, peeing like a racehorse, and starving. My God, I'm starving. So it's a good thing that I'm not living for the scale. I'm just surprised by the results. I may have reached the bottom of what I can get for this mini cut.
And I was right. This was the lowest weight for this mini cut.
Breakfast the morning before the body fat test, half a yam, 4 eggs, a shit ton of Frank's Red Hot, and a good crack pepper.
And the morning of the body fat test, after carbing up for a couple days, I had wound up gaining 5 pounds. Let's see how it affected my body fat. So after an entire month of PSMF, protein sparing modified fast, I lost 2% body fat, as you can see at the lower row. I think that's a win. I don't know if I expected more, but losing 2%, I'll take it. So I completed the entire month of the protein sparing modified fast. And at my lowest, I lost 10 pounds of body weight and before I carved up. I had trouble with this. It was something that affected my thinking process, my cognition, and my ability to speak well. At my day job, I talk a lot by necessity, and I need to make sense. As the month progressed, I made less and less sense, so it did affect my job performance. Also, when I hit the 2.5 week mark, all I could think about was food. Food, glorious food, wonderful food. Even lettuce tasted sweet. I saw articles and I watched videos that said if you're on PSMF for any length of time, even the most bland foods will taste sweet, and it happened to me. I didn't think it would, but it did. And then I carved up, and the total net loss was about 6 pounds. But the 5 pounds I gained, 4 or 5 pounds I gained from the carb up actually made me look better. And I actually think it improved the final body fat percentage test result. Now, will I do the protein sparing modified fast again? Yeah, but not for an entire month. I won't do it for an entire month. It played too many mind games on me. I found that the bulk of the weight loss came in 2.5 weeks. After that, it was very slow. And I didn't feel that the remaining body weight that I lost was worth the loss of cognition, nor the effort I was putting into fighting cravings. But I did find PSMF be beneficial, and I think I looked okay at the end of it. Now, have you done the protein sparing modified fast? Have you tried it? Do you know anyone who has? I'd love to hear about your experience down in the comments below. And while you're there, please, by all means, give me a like and a subscribe. After a month of this, I've earned your like and your subscribe. Well, that's about it for today. My name's Tom. This is Friskified Fitness, and I'm never doing PSMF for a month again.